Pineapple rock, lemon plat, butterscotch. A sugar-sticky girl shoveling scoopfuls of creams for a Christian brother. Some school treat. Bad for their tummies. Lozenge and comfort manufacturer to His Majesty the King, God save our, sitting on his throne sucking red jujubes white. A sombre YMCA young man, watchful among the warm sweet fumes of grain lemons, placed a throwaway in a hand of Mr. Bloom. Heart-to-heart talks. Blue me? No. Blood of the Lamb. His slow feet walked him riverward, reading. Are you saved? All are washed in the blood of the Lamb. God wants blood victim. Birth, hymen, martyr, war, foundation of a building, sacrifice, kidney burnt offering, Druids' altars. Elijah is coming. Dr. John Alexander Dowie, restorer of the church in Zion, is coming, is coming, is coming, is coming. All heartily welcome. Paying game. Tory and Alexander last year. Polygamy. His wife will put the stopper on that. Where was that ad? Some Birmingham firm. The luminous crucifix. Our Saviour. Wake up in the dead of night and see him on the wall hanging. Pepper's ghost idea. Iron nails ran in. Phosphorus it must be done with. If you leave a bit of codfish, for instance. I could see the bluey silver over it. Night I went down to the pantry in the kitchen. Don't like all the smells in it waiting to rush out. What was it she wanted? The Malaga raisins. Thinking of Spain, before Rudy was born. The phosphorescence, that bluey, greeny, very good for the brain. From Butler's Monument House corner, he glanced along Bachelor's Walk. Daedalus' daughter there, still outside Dillon's auction rooms. Must be selling off some old furniture. Knew her eyes at once from the father, lobbing about, waiting for him. Home always breaks up when the mother goes. 15 children he had. Birth every year almost. That's in their theology, or the priest won't give the poor woman the confession, the absolution. Increase and multiply. Did you ever hear such an idea? Each out of house and home. No families themselves to feed, living on the fat of the land. Their butteries and larders. I'd like to see them do the black fast, Yom Kippur. Cross buns. 1 meal and a collation for fear he'd collapse on the altar. A housekeeper of one of those fellas, if you could pick it out of her. Never pick it out of her. Like getting LSD out of him. Does himself well. No guests, all for number 1. Watching his water, bring her own bread and butter, his reverence, mum's the word. Good Lord, that poor child's dress is in flitters. Underfed she looks too. Potatoes and marge and potatoes. It's after they feel it. Proof of the pudding. Undermines the constitution. As he set foot on O'Connell Bridge, a puffball of smoke plumed up from the parapet. Brewery barge with export stout. England. Sea air sours it, I heard. Be interesting some day get a pass through Hancock to see the brewery. Regular world in itself. Vats of porter. Wonderful. Rats get in too. Drink themselves bloated as big as a collie floating. Dead drunk on the porter. Drink till they puke again like Christians. Imagine drinking that. Rats. Vats. Well, of course, if we knew all the things. Looking down, he saw flapping strongly, wheeling between the gaunt quay walls, gulls. Rough weather outside. If I threw myself down, Reuben J's son must have swallowed a good bellyful of that sewage. 1 and 8pence too much. It's the droll way he comes out with the things. Knows how to tell a story, too. They wheeled lower, looking for grub. Wait. He threw down among them a crumpled paper ball. Elijah, 32 feet per sec, has come. Not a bit. The ball bobbed unheeded on the wake of swells, floated under by the bridge piers. Not such damn fools. Also, the day I threw that stale cake out of the Erin's King, picked it up in the wake, 50 yards astern. Live by their wits. They wheeled, flapping. The hungry, famished gull flaps o'er the waters dull. That is how poets write, the similar sounds. But then Shakespeare has no rhymes, blank verse, the flow of the language it is, the thoughts, solemn. Hamlet, I am thy father's spirit, doomed for a certain time to walk the earth. 2 apples a penny, 2 for a penny. His gaze passed over the glazed apples serried on her stand. Australians they must be this time of year. Shiny peels, polishes them up with a rag or a handkerchief. Wait, those poor birds.